All right, we're live. Everybody stop your bickering.
Live.
Stop bickering.
Yep.
Live. No, people love it when we bicker.
Do they?
Yes, they really do. It
part of
makes
the
them
act.
feel like they're at home.
All right.
Right, we only do it for the act. Actually, we get along really
So
great.
well.
Welcome to Music Monday. It has been such a weekend. We competed, all of us, in the Charleston virtual contest.
Yeah.
Which, again, was recording lots of videos over the past
So many.
3 days. And
In addition to playing a wedding in New Orleans where
oh,
the
that's
bride,
right.
Oh.
the bride was 45 minutes late. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, you said that her dad was starting to get a little worried
And
there.
her dad was worried because she was so late. He did say that when you say that you have to be somewhere at 10 o'clock in the morning, she looks at the clock and says, "Oh, it's 10 o'clock. It's time to get ready."
Oh, so he shouldn't have been surprised
So,
yet.
she's usually a quick dresser, but she was 45 minutes late getting there. So that was a mess. We were tired. I was tired.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Okay.
Not you being tired isn't awesome. This
Yeah.
beer is awesome.
That's sour.
Well, Martin's
milkshake
here.
IPA.
And David's here.
You're not gonna like
Hey, this is kind of like just a party with friends every week. I enjoy this so much.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, competition last weekend and wedding and all the other things. And then we're getting ready because the Louisiana Renaissance Festival is opening up on Saturday.
Woo!
Yay! I was talking this morning, and they will probably have an opening canon, even though it'll be a soft opening every morning.
Mhm.
So we'll be able to play on the peninsula
Oh,
at
okay.
canon in the morning.
Cool.
So if you're in the area,
Look up the history.
we are. We'll be playing briefly on the peninsula at opening, and then we've got 2 shows. I want to
Yep.
say 12:30 and
12:30 and
2:30.
2:30, I think.
Yeah, which is different for us.
It's early, yeah.
Yeah.
It's way early. We'll be finished way early.
Which will be cool, and also we don't have to do the parade.
Which is
so-
one reason that we were usually spread out some more, because the parade is like a show in itself.
Oh, I found it.
It's
Oh, you
very,
found it.
very tiring. So we'll have the 2 shows. We won't be able to do a lot of the things that we really enjoy doing. If you've ever been to our live shows, one of the things we'll do is pull up someone from the audience and have them try the bagpipes. And, well, all scratchy. Look, I've got a cold hand. Is that okay?
Thanks.
You're welcome.
With COVID, we can't be pulling people up
No,
to blowing
we
our
can't.
pipes.
I mean, it
Wait.
was risky already.
I was gonna say, you probably shouldn't have been doing that in the first place. Like, looking back.
At least not without some sort of alcohol swab.
I would just like to
Yeah.
point out that we have not been sick.
I couldn't help it, I had
You guys
to.
are terrible.
We are.
So we won't be able to do that. Morgan won't be able to walk around with the tip jar like she was. We're just gonna have to be. We're gonna be wandering in the lanes, but cautiously. Obviously, we can only eat and drink in the designated eat and drinking areas,
Yep.
or in the privacy of the Piper's Cottage.
Party in the Piper's Cottage.
Nope. You cannot socially distance in the Piper's Cottage.
There's 6 feet in there. One person can stand on one end and one person can stand on the other end. And we just take out all the furniture and nobody breathe on each other. It'll be
That's
fine.
right, and only 2 people at a time
Exactly.
can be in there.
It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Um,
Also,
speaking-
don't forget, tomorrow
Yeah.
is the election.
Go vote.
It is so important to vote.
We want to set a record.
We don't,
Yes.
We don't care who you vote for. We just want you to participate.
Well,
in
we
the
might
in
care,
our
but we're not
republic.
going to tell you.
Yeah. Haggis Rampant does not endorse any political anything.
No.
Except voting in
You
general.
must vote. Voting
Yeah.
is so important if you haven't already.
Yes.
A couple of things to note. This is the last time that we'll be in this room for the next 6 weeks.
Oh!
Are you guys related or something?
Maybe. I completely
This-
forgot about
I'm
that.
not sure where we'll be, but we'll be somewhere.
We might be in here. We'll just see if
We'll just like
This-
put tops
this
all
is,
all
this
tops
is
in
going
the
to be
background.
full of people sleeping and stuff.
Okay,
So,
full of
yeah.
person for at least a little
Well,
while.
we may have another one here. Did you hear back from?
Yes, he doesn't need a place.
Okay, good.
So, yes,
So one person for
every year during the Renaissance
2 weeks.
Festival.
One
Yes.
person for 2 weeks, 3 people for 2 weeks, and 3 people for 2 weeks.
Yes.
Yes.
Every year during the Renaissance Festival, we are honored to share our space with some entertainers who are on the road. And it has actually gone both ways, because when we were on the road, we actually stayed with an entertainer.
Right.
Or at least his parents.
His parents. They were
Yes.
his parents, which
Yes,
was
they
really
were.
fun.
They were
really
so
cool.
lovely.
They were lovely. We're not quite so lovely. We're not going to make breakfast for them or anything. They're really going to be on their own.
His dad actually built a miniature steam engine, a working steam engine.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Really cool.
Yeah.
So we're going to have people here. May or may not be jumping in and photobombing our little things. Who knows?
Yeah.
It might
Our
be
little things.
really Music Mondays. It could be really interesting.
Okay.
Might give us, something else to do instead of just sit around and talk and drink and pretend that this is music.
It's music.
No. Pretend that that what we're doing
That the
right
talking
now
is
is
music.
music.
Oh.
Yeah, hello Ainsley, I'm glad you made it on time this time instead of during the last 2 minutes while we're saying goodbye. Does anybody want to adopt him?
I'm going to play Scott the Brave just because I want to.
Because you want to? You know what? That is awesome. Scott the Brave, just because he wants to.
Your pipe's on top line. That means you got to pick him up. If you pick him up, you might as well play him. Come on.
I'm not picking him up.
Not going to work.
Damn. You aren't tired of Scott the Brave yet, are you?
I'm never tired of Scott the Brave.
Watch my deer.
I'm watching it. I'm going to watch it go into my belly.
We can do our own instead.
Nah, Scotland's more fun.
Doesn't sound any different.
I know, right?
Oh, fine.
You set yourself up for it.
Go for it.
I'll take the glass of beer.
It's like a consistent terror of mine that my beer is going to get knocked over.
There's a reason for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does get knocked
It
over.
can. It never has, actually. But it could.
Ainsley,
It's right there by my feet.
your son has impeccable taste.
Yes.
Apparently he's great. He's dancing to the bagpipes.
Oh, good.
That's what she says.
Smart boy.
So, I'm ashamed to report to you
Uh-oh.
that
You're
Haggis Rampant,
That she's related to us.
Yeah.
yes, now has a TikTok account.
I know, right? Oh, gosh.
Okay. So, I feel like I should explain. Daniel Greenwolf, who is a wonderful Celtic magician, look him up, he's really good. He made a really good point that if you are a performer or if you have a brand of any kind, that when a popular social media emerges, you should go and get your username on that account. It doesn't matter if you post anything, or it doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Just
That's
go
a good point.
and secure that name. So that is what I did. We may or may not be planning videos to post. Are we all three too old for TikTok? Absolutely. Do we care? A little bit.
Jillian cares because she's only slightly too old.
Yeah. The TikTok is full of Gen Zers that make fun of millennials for being on TikTok, but like... It's like, just let us have this. We've had too much crap thrown at us. Like, let us have the social media. We were there for the invention of social media, damn it.
I invented it. Social media.
I want to say
I'm sure you
hi.
did.
I want to say hi to Mary, who's the closest thing I had to a big sister growing up.
Hi, Mary.
Aw.
She is. I love her. I wish she lived next door to me. Not right now, because right now we're both being very careful, so we probably wouldn't see each other. But later, when the pandemic's over with.
Are you getting comments? Because I'm only getting some comments. Or
Or
are they just not
I'm
commenting?
not looking at comments. I'm still looking up Highland Money.
Oh, good.
Oh no, I'm probably getting fewer than you. See.
Oh, no, we got those. Okay,
And
cool.
Harvey's here from Zachary.
People just aren't being that talkative today. Oh, and Eddie just jumped in. Hi, Eddie.
Hey, my neighbor that I don't ever get to see because
Of COVID. Eddie, whose pool I was planning on crashing on multiple occasions this summer until, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
So crash his pool eventually.
Eventually, one day.
Yes.
If this ever ends. So, do you want to talk about what we're drinking?
Oh, sure. In just a second. Thank you, Martin, for your good wishes. Yes, we did have a hurricane.
Oh, yeah, that was a thing that happened, wasn't
come
it?
through here.
That thing that happened.
It was. We were being cautious, and it really did come right through here. From what I understand, there was a lot of wind. It was a very fast and not very strong hurricane.
Almost a Cat 3.
We have well, that's true. We have a lot of pine trees in our yard, and some of them are dead. So we thought, just to be on the safe side. So we went and spent the night with Steve's brother in Opelousas, and got to go to our 6-year-old niece's birthday party.
Yep.
She
Yeah.
got an electric guitar and an amp as a gift.
Well,
Her
to
poor parents.
be fair,
I wasn't being critical.
No,
Everybody plays something, and she had been.
well, everybody in that family plays the guitar.
Yes.
My brother played the guitar. Both of his sons play the guitar. Both of his sons-in-law play the guitar.
But none of the grandkids are interested in the guitar, and they were waiting for a guitar player because they all were interested in other things.
And she was
Yeah.
interested.
Because all of the other grandkids play various instruments, and so now they've got a guitar. It's going to be... The Brownlees are just a loud family.
Another musical group, yes.
This is why Steve plays the bagpipes.
Mhm.
He was the youngest of 9, and it was literally the only thing he could pick that nobody else had done that was interesting to him. I suppose you could have played...
Nothing else would have
Or,
stirred me.
accordion.
Accordion!
Banjo.
Or
I
banjo.
could have done accordion.
Just
Now, banjo would have been fun. I would have liked the banjo. Exactly. We can do that on pipes, you know.
I know, I keep saying we're going to do that, but we never do.
We never do.
One of these days.
But long
Wow.
story short, we came back the next, we left on Wednesday morning, we came back Thursday morning, everything was fine, no trees down. We have a lot of debris for our fire pit.
Yeah, that's something relatively new too, the fire pit.
Yeah, we talked about that the last time we did it
Did we?
outside, and Tiffany got all sad because we built it after she left.
Oh,
It's
that's
okay,
right.
Tiffany. It will be here when you get here.
Yep.
We've used it several times.
It's
I
probably
hope
gonna
we
use
still
a
have
lot.
some wood when she gets here. I don't know, maybe we'll have to cut down one of those things.
So why don't we now talk about what we're drinking?
Starting with you, Mama?
Starting with me, sure. I am
Beer.
having... First, I would like to point out this beautiful glass cup mug, hand blown by Mark Haller.
Mhm. At the Renaissance Festival.
At the Renaissance Festival. It's hard to see, and even if I were to bring it up to you close, on the outside it looks green, but if you shine light through it, it kind of looks like autumn. I mean, it's sort of gold. So it's really wonderful. And a bottle of beer only goes up to about here. It is surprisingly large.
It'll hold a full pint, huh?
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
yes. And what I am drinking out of it,
I was going to say, really quick, Ainsley, do not comment your stream of consciousness. We are a family show.
we are.
We are a family show. we don't need the filth that is your brain in our comment section. Anyway, continue.
I am having a quite delicious vanilla pecan Nut Brown Ale by Lazy Magnolia, which is just over the border in Mississippi. We found this when we were in Opelousas, and we haven't found it since, but we're gonna.
Well, I can
Because
order
it's
it.
delicious.
We have several places that will order beer for me, especially with.
Or we could drive to Lazy Magnolia.
Oh, we could do that
I
too.
mean, why not? Who knows what all what
Because
delicious
it's
things
really,
they've got.
literally 30 miles away. So anyway, I'm enjoying it quite a lot.
Yeah.
How about you?
The floor is lava.
Yeah.
The floor is lava.
The floor is lava.
Dad, the floor is lava.
Is that
floor
what
is
you-
lava!
Is that what you're drinking?
Yes.
The floor is lava.
It is called The Floor is Lava by Pontoon Brewing. It is, hold on, where did it go?
I can't buy
A
it.
milkshake IPA with strawberry, guava, kiwi, vanilla, and lactose. Because lactose is what makes an IPA a milkshake IPA. It is delicious. I am enjoying it a lot. And it has little angry tiki faces on the can.
And your beer is on the floor, which is lava. Here you go. Yeah! Okay, can I put my feet down yet? Not until Dad talks about
Hey,
his
Martin,
beer.
if you want to come and visit us anytime, you're welcome.
You are.
Yeah, 10 or 12 pipers and drummers all in your house, and they all got to cook breakfast. Were you the one who cooked it, though, Martin? Were you the one that cooked it? Because you just said they got a cooked breakfast.
Oh, I'm sure he may have ordered it out.
Mm-hmm.
Had it catered or something. I don't know. What I'm drinking is a seasonal beer from a Beta brewery called Office Party. It's a holiday stout. It's got cinnamon in it and other stuff, and just I recommend it. If you like dark beers with a little bit of a holiday flavor, you'll like this.
More than just a little bit.
Yeah, it's one of their better holiday beers. You know,
Highly recommended.
Yep.
I'd give it a 4 out of 5.
I was one that told him to buy it. I'm just saying.
Were you guys at the store? Oh, yeah, y'all were.
Yeah, we went to the store.
I miss out on all the fun things.
You do.
You go
There-
places, don't you?
Yeah, we go to places and do things.
Yes.
Things?
Things.
You do things?
Things
We do
at places.
At places. Yes.
That's not work?
Yeah.
Not
So
work.
much work.
If it makes you feel any better, the beer selection was very limited today because it looks like they haven't had anybody in to like stock the shelves in a little bit. They also still don't have internet, so they're doing like cash and check only right now. So like
Really?
Artiques.
Artiques,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, you went to Artiques.
Yes.
went to Artiques.
Well, Artiques has like a really good beer selection, like
Usually.
local beer usually. Yeah.
But not this time.
Yeah.
They do have your funky kingfish on the shelf.
They do.
In cans.
Woo.
Yay.
What? Okay. So, I guess it's time for some more music.
Yeah, I was gonna say, should we play the tune that we're
Oh,
learning?
Man, that guy just joined.
What guy?
It's Alvin.
Oh.
Oh, Lord.
Everybody be cool! The owner of the Renaissance Festival is here. Be real cool.
Alvin, I already promoted the Louisiana
Chill.
Renaissance Festival, just letting you know.
You just missed it.
Yeah, she totally did.
I
We
did.
already
I
talked
was
about
telling
that.
everybody it's starting this weekend. I didn't mention you have to buy your tickets online.
Yep. Because there are
Yeah,
limited tickets.
Is there even going to be a ticket booth?
There we have ticket kiosks, but if you wait until then, until you get there, you might be disappointed
Yeah.
You might not get
because
it. Yeah,
we've
we are
got
limited by the number.
a certain number of people per day.
Right.
Yes.
So buy your tickets online and buy them early so that you can come in and see us.
Every day,
Every weekend.
twice a day, and on the peninsula in the morning.
Yep. And in the lanes, causing mischief.
Yes.
Maybe.
I mean,
Depends on how many COVID people are there.
Socially distanced mischief.
There you go.
Yes.
And nobody will know who we are because we'll be wearing masks.
Right.
We're going to be so sneaky.
So sneaky.
I'm going to have to bring a 12-foot 2x4 with me and put it on my shoulders so that people will stay 6 feet away on either side.
Julian and I are just going to get some, really, really big hoops.
Oh, there's a plan.
That's a plan,
Yeah.
yeah.
Just
Yeah,
go.
Scottish peasantry always wore hoop
Yes, we
skirts.
did. Well, we got it from the English that we killed.
Time to play another tune.
Yes.
Yep.
What are we playing?
We're going to play Highland Wedding.
That'll be an interesting fun for me.
Yeah.
Who's
It's
never
a
ever
good
played that.
2-4. You'll find.
Okay.
You got it. It's a good 2-4.
Cool.
Highland Wedding was apparently written first. We're going to play it as a march. Andrew Mackay rewrote it from a strathspey, which is a Highland dance, to use as a march sometime around the end of the McCrimmon schools, which would be in the late 1500s, early 1600s. This
Okay.
tune's been around for a very, very long time. Mackay rewrote it as a march, but then they suggest history says that many fingers have been in that pie and have changed many things about it. So there's no real record of how it started. It appeared in books in the early 1800s, which
Cool.
is still a very, very long time ago for something to exist and still be played. It's played enough that in the World Pipe Band Championships, there's a bingo game that if a band plays a certain tune, then you get that square. Mm-hmm. Highland Wedding is always on
Sometimes
that list.
multiple times. Oh God,
Multiple
yes.
times,
My
yeah.
Highland Wedding is so popular in the world. Basically what'll happen is like all of the bands will play Highland Wedding one year, and then the next year nobody will play it. So the following year everybody plays it again. Like it's a thing.
Yeah.
And Ainsley, the apple cider crack donut people are not going to be there this year, unfortunately. I will miss them as well. But there's a lot of people that just aren't coming down for obvious reasons.
We're going to have a lot of good stuff, though, including, I know some people are trying to step in and fill the breakfast hole. That sounded really bad. But also, we're also having Dole Whip, which is amazing.
Oh, the Dole Whip's going to be back.
Yes, we're going to Dole Whip.
I love the Dole Whip people. They are delicious.
And also there's a place called, there's one place called the Fried Friar, and he fries Rice Krispie treats and candy bars and
hell yeah.
What are the other, and Oreos and Twinkies.
That's a good Scottish restaurant if you ask me.
Pickles and garlic and mushrooms.
Ooh.
And there's another one too, something like the Edible Forager. I don't remember. There's some really great. If you go to the Louisiana Renaissance Festival website, which is renfest.net, and click on shopping, you can look at all of the different places, the merchants that'll be there. And you can even look by category and see which ones are food.
Ainsley wants to know more about the breakfast holes.
Amy. It's
on that note.
What note is that? A B flat?
Yes.
Yep. And yeah, Martin, pretty much everybody would rather a march that's not Highland Wedding, but here we are.
Also, I think I saw Martin volunteering to cook breakfast for us.
I thought so too.
Yeah,
that's just really how it's
like I said earlier, Martin, you're welcome to come anytime.
I suppose he's going to expect us to come to Ireland for him.
If we come to Ireland and see you, Martin, are you going to cook us all breakfast?
Ah, well, that's an idea.
Yeah. Let me get my
Look, we actually have music in front of us.
Oh,
we don't play this often.
We're trying to learn new music, but what?
How did this get all tangled up in the tripod for the camera?
I don't know.
I don't either.
Well, you're doing the awkward close-up too early.
Too early, okay.
Oh, Martin wants us to learn Lord Alexander Kennedy.
Lord Alexander, I know that. I know of that tune. I don't know that tune, but I know of it.
Well, cool. Alright, so we are still playing with the music on this one, but we were playing it earlier and it sounded just fine. Let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens, yes.
I guess I'll just stand over here and not get in between you guys and your sheet music.
Mm-hmm.
Well, everybody knows how to get the drummer off your front porch.
You pay him for the pizza.
Or you put sheet music in front
No,
of
that's how you
That's
get the drummer to stop playing.
Okay.
Get your joke right.
There's just so many jokes about drummers, we can't keep them straight.
The thing is, the difference between a drummer and a percussionist is a percussionist reads music. I read music.
Ooh.
Does that make us?
Can I touch you?
Does that mean we're
No.
percussionists? We're reading music.
We're reading music.
We're percussionists.
We are hitting our fingers on the chanter. We're percussionists. we didn't make any mistakes.
No mistakes.
It was
None at
great.
all.
It was great.
Yeah, so good. Actually, really, I like that tune. You know,
It's a great
It's a
tune.
fun little tune.
it gets overplayed at the Worlds, but like I can see why. It's a good piece of music.
And typically it's played a whole lot faster. You know. That's
very fast march.
But, you know, considering our level of practice with that tune, I'll take that.
Honestly, that's a good tempo.
That's good.
It's a stroll.
Yeah.
There's a part of it that always makes me think of a thing that I think I've seen Highland dancers do. That little, like that little thing.
Yeah.
That da 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 da. I mean, it just always makes me.
Oh, the ending phrase.
Yeah. It's a very. I hear that in bagpiping.
It's a fun
lot.
little tune to play. I
It
can't
is.
believe that we haven't. I had to learn that tune for a wedding. The bride
A
wanted
Highland wedding?
a Cajun wedding, as a matter of fact, in Abbeville, Louisiana. And I drove over there, and she wanted that tune, and so I learned the first two parts because she only gave me like a week to learn it. And I memorized the first two parts in a week, and played it, and then went into Scotland the Brave and Green Hills and every other tune that I could think of to get them from where we were in the square to the reception. And she came up after and said, "Oh my God, you played Highland Wedding the whole way! I'm so excited!"
Well, it's funny because usually when people want a tune, they request a tune, and as long as they hear that, it doesn't matter what else gets played.
Right.
Like
They think you played that tune over and over and
We're
over.
crooked. We're crooked.
We're crooked?
We're crooked. It's gonna bother me.
Yeah, it's because I had to mess with it too. Still not right. Here, pick up the left leg. Yeah, that one. There you go.
Better.
Martin says that was a good step for the first time.
Yeah, not bad.
I
We
agree.
ran through it 3 times before we went live.
Yep.
And that was the first time either one of us has played that tune in a year or more.
Something like that, yeah. It is hard to consistently learn new music when one of you is working full-time and the other one is a student full-time.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's...
And the third one's the drummer.
Yeah.
Mm.
And
I'm sorry, percussionist.
You know, I just want to say that we do a lot of stuff. We talk a lot in our show because people automatically will make fun of bagpipes.
Mhm.
You know, oh, my ears are bleeding. Oh, you're killing a cat. And we talk a lot publicly about how, we understand it's fun to tell jokes, but really it's an instrument that we love. And so it's not really a good thing to just jump on a joke bandwagon criticizing something just because it's fun to tell jokes. That also goes for drums.
Does it?
Yes.
Drums are musical?
in all
Drums are
seriousness, it is fun to joke. Just make sure that you also tell us that you like us every so often. Like have a balance. Because like we had one.
We like you.
You were a fantastic drummer,
Yes.
and I play better with you
You're
around.
a much better with you than without.
It's true.
Thank you.
There are my fast tunes. If I didn't have her playing with me, now if I practiced more, then I might be okay. But having her with me playing the drum, it gives me something to kind of feed off of and kind of like interact with, and it adds a level to the tune that just makes it so interesting, I think. So we give her a hard time because she's family.
But I know that they don't mean it.
And she gives us a hard time right back.
I do. And I did the same thing when you were, before Jillian was playing. Steve and I would play. And there were times when he was tired. And I would be sitting there hitting the drum and looking at him going, come on, come on, come on. And it works out really well. This is delicious.
Bagpiping is hard work.
Which one is that?
William, that I can play from memory at any given point. William asked, how many tunes do we have in our repertoire? I would imagine that I've played more than 200 or 300 tunes in the 20-something years I've played. But that I can recall from memory all the way through without a major mess up, I don't know, 40, 50,
Yeah.
60?
It is.
Because there's not enough time in the day to practice 200 tunes. You just can't do it. Even if you played them all week long, you still might not make it through those tunes.
Yeah.
So
One of my previous instructors, Patrick Regan, once told me, like the best way to practice, the first thing you do is you write down every tune you know. And I was like, what? What tunes do I even know? Because there's a lot of tunes that I know that I don't remember the name of. And then there's some that
most of those are my competition marks. You play 1,000 times.
Right. Or some of my old competition tunes. I can't still play The House of Cromdale. I mean, I could maybe if I looked at the music a couple of times, but from memory right now.
I bet you could.
Maybe, but you get the point.
Yeah.
There are tunes that I haven't played in so many years. Does it really count as me knowing them now?
Right.
So that. Also, Patrick practices 7 hours a day, so I can't keep up with
insane.
that.
Bagpipe is his career. I mean, he it is how he makes his living.
Yeah, so he
practices a lot. He plays a lot of music.
He has a doctorate
in bagpiping.
In bagpipes, yeah.
Bagpipe history.
Yeah.
Oh, what's
Durham
Durham University in England.
Yes.
Yeah. And we would like to learn more music. Yeah, we really would. We keep saying that we're going to, and the week just gets away from us. It's hard.
Well, like you said, when you
work
full time, you guys can see the computer setup over there. That's where I sit 8 hours a day.
And I've got a camper trailer out there that is basically my office, and I'm out there all day doing various things. Like my latest task is addressing 99 envelopes and stuffing them with challenge coins and thank you notes.
You've got challenge coins?
For the virtual footlonger part, you can't have one.
You didn't earn it.
You did not participate in the focus groups.
I bought you a trailer.
You did. They are not mine to give away. They are paid for by a grant. You cannot have one.
I need to set up my display for the challenge coins that I have. I've got 15 or 20 of them. Mm-hmm. Just that different military groups have given me over the years after playing for them.
You little shit.
Is he in there trying to drink your beer?
Yep. And the glasses, I can't get him.
Here.
Thanks.
He won't drink much, Jill.
Yeah, but I don't want to drink him. Alright, get out. Go away.
All right. Splash beer all over the carpet.
All over.
Good
It's such
move.
a huge stain.
Tell me
I know,
mine.
right?
It'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
I had a thought and it just went away.
I don't know.
It's okay. You guys
Oh.
talk a lot.
Is that what that breeze was?
Yes. Right past.
Felt it. Yeah. It went
Right
away.
past.
So yes, we've got to transform this room into a bedroom for multiple people.
I remember.
Oh, you remembered it?
Yes. We actually got a text message from a Piper friend of ours, who's an excellent composer, last night
Yes.
with a tune that he had written, and we are hankering for it. So
It's beautiful. Yeah.
It's a word I haven't heard for a while.
yes, it's just lovely. It's a slow air type of a thing with lots of fast stuff going in between the slow stuff.
Look up Lincoln Hilton
I will post a link.
on YouTube, and you'll hear the style of music that this is.
Lincoln
It's pretty
Hilton
awesome.
isn't the friend.
No.
No.
It's very much like that.
Wish.
No, Jim Nisbet is the friend.
Fuck, I wish Lincoln Hilton was my friend. Man.
He's probably one of the most exciting bagpipe composers to come along for a long time, and you hear a lot of people say that.
Yeah,
he's New
wonderful.
Zealand, right?
Yes.
Yes.
New Zealand or Australia?
New Zealand.
Okay.
New Zealand.
Not the same
Yeah,
place.
he's one of those artists that I'm scared that the man is going to flame out and commit suicide, because that's what those kinds of geniuses do.
He cannot be another Gordon Duncan. I will not let it. I will.
Gordon Duncan, Prince,
Yeah.
Michael Jackson, same thing, self-destruction.
And David,
He's fine now.
the
He's
Scots are just a little more generous than the Irish. We will allow the bug to have that little wee swallow of beer that he
But
had.
she wouldn't let him have more than one.
No,
you
one
thought
only.
he threw him out.
As the joke that I remember hearing it is the Englishman, when there was a bug in his drink, the Englishman was just disgusted, wouldn't drink the drink. The Scotsman just stuck his fingers in, threw the bug out, and drank the drink. And the Irishman is holding the bug over the glass and telling him to spit out what he drank.
Spit it out, you little bugger.
But I have heard it swapped the other way, so I could be wrong.
Depending on which nationality is telling a joke.
Well, and I guess that's true. Or, well, it's not actually an insult.
Right.
No,
Either way, it's not an insult.
frugality is not an insult.
It's only insulting the English, actually.
Yes,
That's
it
true.
really
But
is.
I mean, yeah.
Nah.
And yeah, Martin, you're right. Like, you have to, whenever you're playing to a group of people that are not bagpipers or that are not familiar with bagpipes, you do have to find music that's entertaining. And that's one of the things that we actually struggle with just a little bit. Well, that I struggle with anyway. Is trying to figure out what's going to be fun for people to listen to. And that's why we play so much upbeat stuff. Mm-hmm. Because the slow stuff, while it's really pretty, I don't want people to get bored with it. So
we've got some lovely slow airs that we play.
Yeah,
a couple of slow air sets.
We have a whole CD that is of slow music. There's P-Rocks, there's suites, there's all kinds of stuff. But I don't...
We need to relearn that suite.
We should. But I don't ever recommend that CD to people because I figure they want like the upbeat, like marchy stuff.
And we also tend to play them very fast.
We do.
Again, high energy. People... You've heard Jillian and Steve both playing some of their competition tunes, and as they will tell you, even if it's a march or a jig or a reel, I cannot play drums with those because when they play them for competition, there's a whole different feel for it. Solo competition is completely different than band competition.
That's true for pipes and for drums. You know, the drummer, when I play for Pam when she's playing, bass or snare, it's a total different feel in the music. Even though some of the tunes that we play are former competition tunes for me, I have to modify them to play for her. It's just not the same.
I didn't know that.
Yep, just a little bit, wee bit.
Interesting. Because basically all I need is to keep the time, and I've got to go with you. So,
But you're keeping a strong, steady rhythm, and the pipes can be just a little bit. We balance the measure,
right?
Especially in P-Rock, we balance the measure. The measure has to take the same amount of time, but the notes within that measure can be dicked around with.
That's the reason
P-Rock,
that you usually hear P-Rock played with the drum. Although was it the Tan Hill Weavers? It was not the Tan Hill Weavers. It was the Wall of the Cat CD.
Wall of the Cat.
Wall of the Cat. Aaron Stewart.
That CD's right there.
Anyway, there's a group that plays performance stuff.
Wicked Tinkers.
Wicked Tinkers. And they actually put a bass drum with a P-Brook, which was pretty cool. Their lead...
We should do that.
One of their pipers, Aaron, is in his own right a good piper and a piping judge. Or at least an open professional. I think it's Aaron.
I don't remember.
Anyway, he's an open piper. And when he does workshops, a lot of times people will come and they're like, he's like, okay, guess what? This isn't that stuff. That stuff is for fun. This is for real. You're going to learn how to play really well. There's a thing that Jillian does a lot and Steve does some. A bend. Go ahead and show them what it is.
Where you slide off the note.
Right.
And it's not always that slow and drawn out. I mean, one of my favorite tunes.
Right.
It's a little bit faster. But that is really non-traditional.
And you shouldn't do it if you're trying to become a good piper. It's a kidding around kind of a thing. One of our friends that we mentioned, who's a piper, he hates those. Not because he thinks they're awful, but he hears beginning pipers do that kind of thing rather than playing the music correctly.
I didn't start playing those until fairly recently, actually.
Right.
Not really, not with any regularity.
No.
And when Patrick's around, we make sure to play.
Oh, of course, when Patrick's around.
Just so that he can scream and close his ears.
Yep.
You play that kind of thing in a competition, you got a problem.
Yeah.
Any competition.
Yeah. So we've been at it for 40 minutes. Do we want to play anything else?
Let's play one more set and call it a night.
What do you feel like?
You see, David heard the Scott Spit It Out version too, so.
All right.
There you go.
I don't know. You guys have anything you want to hear?
They never do. Not anything that we know, anyway.
Martin mentioned one, but we
I
don't
think
know
it's
it.
a video playing in the orchestra. We never played any pipe tunes.
Yes.
Oh, he sent you a video of
Yes.
playing in the orchestra.
Yes, he did.
And we never played any pipe tunes. Yeah. One of my favorite non-pipe tunes is Canon in D. It's written for 4 pipers, and we modified it to fit 2 pipers. And
that's one we should bring back for Music Monday.
You're right. But we have a friend who recorded one of our CDs for us, and that tune is on the CD.
Oh yeah, Burley.
But because it's around,
phenomenal.
you know, it's around. He just cut and pasted us.
He looped.
He looped it, yeah, 4 times. So it sounds like the Four Pipers. It's an awesome piece. It's on the White Album with all the slow music that Jillian doesn't promote. I do. I promote it because I love
He
P-Rock,
loves it.
and there's a lot of P-Rock on that CD.
I don't like P-Rock that much, which is why I don't promote it as
Yeah.
much. Unless I just think that the person's really going to like it. You know, I try to do it more towards the person's taste. But, like...
Well, I warn them.
There are some people that is
I
their
warn them.
favorite
I
sound.
tell them all the time that, you know, it's a slow CD, and you'll, you know, it's all traditional. It's more traditional music, which is different than anything else that you're used to hearing. It's like the difference between listening to Mozart and listening to a Chinese classical composer. The difference is that drastic.
Yep.
You know. So anyway,
Let's play something.
let's play something.
I don't think y'all ever decided what.
Nope.
We didn't.
We can't keep falling back.
Jillian, you play something. I'll play something else. We'll have a good time.
Sounds good to me.
Just, you know,
Do whatever you want.
play some weird beat. It'll be fine.
Play something at 9/8.
Okay, I can do that. Because y'all totally know what that would sound like.
Excuse me, I am a classically trained
Oh,
violinist.
you know what we haven't played in a long time is
What?
Dad
How
is
many
Scotland.
classically trained violin tunes are written in 9/8?
I don't know. But you want to talk about time signatures? Frickin' Stravinsky. He's not classical, but like, I want to have words with that man. The number of Stravinsky, the number of key changes and time signature changes in the Firebird suite is truly horrendous. It's a great piece of music, but I hated playing it. It was awful. Worst experience of my life.
You want to see how far you get in my new competition march?
Sure.
Oh, well, if it's a competition march, I'm just going to sit here.
No, we're gonna bend. Let's bend off of High Road.
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Since we talked about bending.
We talked about the bending, which is why we're doing this one. And now for a tuning break.
I think we should do a tune and just see how many bends we can put.
We said that was not like a minute ago. I don't know why we're not doing that now. As you can see, he is adjusting the slides on his drones. When he moves them down, it sharpens the sound. When he moves them back up, it flattens the sound. Each drone is tuned to the low A on the chanter, which is that note right there. Sometimes it is a difficult process tuning the bagpipes. It takes longer than you would think it would. They can be pretty finicky, especially when the weather is changing, and the weather is changing a lot right now in South Louisiana. Is it 80 degrees? Is it 60 degrees? Nobody knows. It changes throughout the day. Are we done?
I think so.
Cool. I was trying to do a nature documentary narration there.
To get without rewarming the pipes up. We let them
Your
sit too long.
NPR voice.
Yep.
You better check yours too.
This is the part that makes the drummers crazy, because the drummers are already in tune, and they have to sit and wait for the bagpipers to be in tune. They would wait for the bagpipers to get their rhythm straight, but that would be a long, long wait. punchy here.
Only a little bit. We're just prepping for the Ren Fest.
That's right.
That's all we're doing.
Silliness all the time, never stops.
Alright, so
Yes.
it might be worse next week when we're fresh off of our first weekend at the Ren Fest because who knows how that's going to turn out.
And who knows how tired we're going to be.
Probably pretty damn tired.
Martin says P-Brock is like watching paint dry.
Mm-hmm.
At least it's not like listening to paint dry. Because paint is not that loud.
Nope.
If you have people who understand P-Rock and tell you what's happening within the tune, then it becomes more interesting. You may not like it, but you'll understand it and you'll not hate it. You know, that's what I tell people all the time, the bagpipes. People who say, oh God, I hate the bagpipes. Well, you've heard the 6-year-old playing the violin, tuning up. That's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. But with bagpipes, you've got so many adult pipers who decide to take their pipes into public and play when they really don't know what they're doing and they don't know how to tune their instrument. And that's why people say, oh, I hate bagpipes. If you may never love them, just like you may never love classical music, by Yo-Yo Ma, but, you can recognize the talent in it when you hear a good piper playing the music. So, anyway.
But it is also why we
I'll
don't play P-Brook in our shows.
Yeah, because people aren't necessarily going to.
Right.
And for people who don't understand it, it really sounds like it's somebody who doesn't know how to play.
Yeah.
I've made that mistake.
Yes.
On that note, we've been at this for 50 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, good Lord.
Mark Mackay, you missed us lauding your family's talents.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, we did. We were talking about the Mackays earlier.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, who's going to do the Walk of Shame?
Oh, gosh.
I've already done so many weird close-ups today. Somebody else go do it.
Well, my problem is that I'm terrible at turning it off. I could try.
Jeez.
I mean, I really do. I'll go in there, I'll be poking.
Bye, guys. We'll see you next week from somewhere. We don't know where, but we'll see you next week.
I'll see you all at the Renaissance
And
Festival.
I'll still be poking, and then I'll be wrong, and so I'll have to